My name is Rory Houlihan. I ran for U.S. Senate last spring, 2016, to stop the ticking time bomb so I could put our economy on track for a bright new day instead of all things ending. Now making plans on running for office in 2018, but I still need to tell. So let me educate you on the ticking time bombs and give you the rest of the story. Part 9. When will we ever be safe? After 59 dead and 500 injured at a concert in Las Vegas, Nevada, now another 26 in a Texas church. Trump administration and Fox News say it is not a good time to debate. But when will it be a good time to debate? In just a little over 2 years, we had like 22 massacres. After all of those, we heard the same. Not a good time, just not a good time. It was not a good time to debate after the Dallas police massacre, leaving 5 dead and 11 wounded on the streets. It was not a good time to debate after the Aurora massacre, leaving 16 dead and 70 wounded at the movies. It was not a good time to debate after Charleston's massacre, leaving 9 good folks shot and dead attending a Bible study at their church. It was not a good time to debate after the Orlando massacre, leaving 50 dead and more than 50 wounded at a nightclub. It was not a good time to debate after the San Bernardino massacre, leaving 14 dead and 22 seriously injured at work. But don't worry, folks. You folks put in 485,000 gun permits applications to protect yourselves. Do you know that there is a gun buying boom after each massacre? Nothing increases gun sales than a good old-fashioned massacre. It was not a good time to debate after the Columbine, 13 dead and more than 22 wounded, or Sandy Hook, 20 children and 8 adults dead and 2 wounded at school. These two school shootings are only the worst, not the last. It was not a good time to debate after a Texas sheriff was shot in his door. He had a gun. I guess stopping gun massacres to big C conservative. There is never a good time. Let's see. You're not safe walking down the streets. You're not safe at the movies. You're not safe at concerts. You're not safe at where you pray. You're not safe at where you play. You're not safe at work. Your kids are not safe at school. You're not safe at home. Oh, it seems to me you're not safe anyplace. If you're not safe anyplace, when will be the right time to debate ever come? Understand, to delay is to deny your rights, your freedoms. What rights and freedoms, you ask? Could one be your right to live in safety? Could one be a policeman's right to life? I believe in a policeman's right to go home to their wife and children, don't you? How about the growing victim's right to life, too? Do the dead have rights? Is the bad guy's right to have a gun more important than their and your right to life? Is the right to own a gun more important than the right to life? Do the dead have any rights? That is what should be the debate. If your rights infringe on another's, do you have a duty to respect another's rights too? Moderates believe that rights have duties. For this reason, Russian atheists, Ayn Rand, libertarian conservative federalists believe in her absolute rights with no duties. Do the dead have any rights? So, who ends up with all the rights? The bad guys and the powerful? Shall not be infringed is absolute rights. How convenient for the bad guys and the powerful to have. The dead have no rights. Their rights ended with their lives. So we, the living, can only stand for them. We, the living, need to see, to understand, to dedicate ourselves, to save our children's and our grandchildren's lives. It is the duty of the living to make things right. Do you know that we have more consumer rights as a car owner than as a gun owner? I bet you didn't know that shall not be infringed works also to deny gun owners their rights. Remember, no laws, no rights, no regulations, no protections, no government agency, no cop on the beat, no one to protect your rights. That is why we liberals wrote the Bill of Rights. Do you know that Remington has been manufacturing guns with faulty triggers since before 1971? And when did you know? Today we know that due to court documents going back all the way to 1971. If you want to know, Remington to replace millions of Model 700 triggers is where to go. You might also want to check out Remington Under Fire. Did you know that Walker, after learning the death, redesigned the trigger in 1973? Remington's lawyers told the CEO that changing the trigger would be seen as an admission of guilt. So Remington, to this day, still manufactures the same faulty trigger. Walker was forced out in 1975. To get a retirement, he was gagged and had a TV crew follow him 24/7 for the rest of his life. There's a reason you don't know. There is over 7.5 million Remington guns with killer triggers. Children have been buried. How would you feel carrying your child's lifeless body due to a fixed faulty trigger still in place? Folks have been put in jail. We're talking, guns don't fire themselves, do they? We're talking 25 to life. What happens to your freedom then? Do you want proof? Here. So link, Remington Under Fire, The Reckoning. Are we not on the road to hell? If not now, when will we ever tell? I am old enough to know when massacres didn't happen. We walked the streets all safe and sound. We went to movies without a care. We went to church. We felt safe there. We went to nightclubs, had fun and never worried. We focused on work and never had to know when to run, to hide, to fight. As children, we went to school, and which was a safe place. We never locked our doors. We never had to worry about bad guys with guns coming to our place. What went wrong should be part of the debate. You have the right to know how and why. Well, I ran out of time. Some the reason the gun smart solutions will have to wait for another day. But we need to this debate. If you like what you hear, would you do me a favor and subscribe to the Rory for Us YouTube channel? You have a good and blessed Christmas and Hanukkah holiday. Bye.